Do you love egg rolls? I love egg rolls. But the problem with them is to make them at home, I'm not going to roll all of that up. And if I buy them frozen, they usually are kind of soggy when I make them. So I am making egg rolls without the rolls. What do you think about that? Sounds pretty good, right? Browning up some sausage right now. This is just like Jimmy Dean, a pound of that rolled sausage. Let's chop up an onion. We'll put that in there. You just need a medium-sized onion, nothing special, okay? I told you, I love egg rolls. I love to go to a Chinese restaurant, and I always add the egg roll on there because I just think they're so good. Put that in our bowl, junk bowl over there. And I'm gonna just dice up this onion real small. And we'll just add it to the pan here and get it cooking. Then we're gonna do 4 cloves of garlic, okay? I know that sounds like a lot of garlic, but this dish, we want it to be really flavorful because we're gonna put cabbage in it, and we're really trying to put some flavor in that cabbage. This is gonna really taste just like an egg roll. It's gonna have the same sort of crunch as an egg roll. It just won't have the roll on it, okay? So I'm browning up my sausage, and this is, I like spicy sausage, and so I just buy it right in the grocery store. I mean, it is just Jimmy Dean in the package. At my grocery store, it's frozen. Sometimes it's in the refrigerator. It just depends. So I'm going to put this onion in, okay? And we're just browning it up right here. This is all made in this one pan, okay? This entire dish, which is really cool because then, you know, you're not messing up a whole bunch of stuff and making a mess. This is all you got to do. So we're just browning it up, browning up our meats, and then we're going to steam the cabbage, and we're going to do it all together in this one dish. All right, so while that's cooking, I'm going to continue to let that cook. I'm going to add in my garlic. Okay, 4 cloves, I know, 4 cloves. I want it to be super fragrant. I want you to know that you've got something in your mouth that tastes really good, okay? Brown it up nice and quickly. So let's put some different kind of Asian things in it. Some rice wine vinegar. Let's do a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. Okay. I like to use mirin in this, M-I-R-I-N, mirin, or mirin, whatever. It is sort of a sweet, lightly alcohol flavoring, and it sort of adds a little bit of umami to the dish, okay? I'm just gonna do 1 and about a half tablespoon of that, okay? If you don't have this, don't worry about it. We'll put in a teaspoon of sesame oil, okay? Just a teaspoon here, just for a little bit of flavor there. Give this another stir. Starting to brown up really nicely. Our onion is starting to cook. I can smell that garlic in there. You drop a little bit of that sesame oil in there and it immediately starts to have that smell of, this is some sort of Asian dish. Again, you just brown this up, that's all. What I like about this mirin is that it really, you can kind of smell that too, and it just adds to the whole flavor. But so if it's just in the regular grocery store, usually around the Asian things, okay? And very easy to find. It's in all of them, but perhaps you've just never used it, okay? I'm gonna chop up just a little bit of ginger and pop it in there too. So this is about 1 inch of ginger. If you don't have fresh ginger, you could always put in about 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. That would work as well. So, you know, I like to make things right out of the cabinet. If you have it in the cabinet, then you'll make it, right? If you got to go to the store to buy everything, I think you're not going to make it quite as quickly. This is stuff that you can just grab at the store. Then you have it on the list, right, for the week. You can make this in no time. So I'm just chopping up my ginger here a little bit. And then we'll just throw that in. But you do want to kind of cut your ginger up as fine as you can, okay? All right, so put our ginger in there. Now it's really going to start smelling nice. Oh yeah. Okay, so I think we're just about cooked here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drain it out just a little bit, okay? Just for a quick second. I'll give it a quick shake, right? And just drain out some of the grease that's coming off of that sausage. No big deal. You don't even have to do it, okay? But I just like to come off of it just a little bit. Okay, so we've drained that out just a little. This is classic coleslaw, okay? It's really just grated cabbage with some carrots in there. So you see, starting to think like an egg roll, look like an egg roll, taste like an egg roll, right? So you can put this whole thing in there. It just depends on how big your pot is, your pan, and how much of it that you want. So I'm just going to put the lid on there, okay? We're going to kind of let that steam. We'll clean up here and kind of wrap up these things very quickly. We still haven't put soy sauce in there. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. So let's go over our ingredients one more time. We've got a pound of sausage. This is Jimmy Dean. I use the hot stuff. We've got a bag of cabbage, okay, for coleslaw. About an inch of ginger, 4 cloves of garlic, and then we do a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, tablespoon and a half of mirin, okay, a teaspoon of sesame oil. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of soy sauce here in just a minute, and that's going to give it that saltiness. And when you put this lid on there, it all starts to steam and really work together. So let's give it a stir real quickly. Oh yeah. And again, coming together so fast. Oh, that looks good and smells delicious. What's great about this, you can make this on a Sunday, freeze it. All of this stuff freezes beautifully. And that's what I tell you. I mean, I talk about this all the time. I see people at work, they bring in frozen meals all the time. I'm gonna put just a little bit more cabbage. Why not, right? It's steaming up very quickly. So let's get our soy sauce. Anyway, people freeze this stuff all the time. And what I like to do is just put this in individual servings and then freeze it up. It's just like a frozen meal, except 1, it costs a ton less, and then 2, it tastes so much better, and you get a nice portion. I mean, that's always the thing. I mean, you come in this and the portion's not quite right. You finish your... How many times do you have a meal at work that came out of the freezer, you had a frozen TV dinner thing that you bought, and then you go to the candy bar machine, right? Go to the vending machine, and then at that point you've just wrecked your diet, and you're like, come on, man. So I think that this is a really good way to kind of change that. 2 tablespoons soy sauce. Let's go ahead and get it in. We'll give it a little stir. Oh yeah. This is just like an egg roll, the inside of an egg roll, okay? Let's clean up my set here. So I like to cut an onion on some sort of plastic because it just takes forever to get that onion smell out of your cutting board, you know what I mean? So it's like, come on, let's get it. So we'll clean this up, put it in our garbage bowl. Get this in our garbage bowl so we can get things cleaned up just a little bit. I like to keep things tidy if I can, but I am messy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a messy cook. It's just how it is. All right. Oh yeah, looking good. You're gonna love it. Okay, we're gonna let this steam for 1 more minute. We're gonna get a little bowl here and then we're gonna take a try. So I've got some sriracha here that you can put on it if you like. And I'm gonna put just a touch on there because why not, right? You can serve this in a bowl. You can serve this with some rice. You could put a protein in there well, we've got this protein in there that's pork, sausage, but you can also do something else that you might like. I don't know, you could do chicken, some sort of turkey, something like that. That would work too, okay? So, and if you don't want a protein in there, you could leave it totally out and you could just make it a vegetarian one. Maybe you could drop a little tofu in there. All right, you guys want to try this? Oh yes, oh yes. Look at that, just cooking away. All right, I'm gonna put a touch of sriracha on it. Just a little bit. I'll give you a look at that. See how nice that looks? Yeah, let's give it a taste. Mmm. That nice spicy sausage, that cabbage. You can always put a little more sesame on there. I want to do that just because it gives it that little bite. It doesn't need it, but it's kind of fun to do it because really it's like that finishing touch on there. Man. It's a good little dish for any night of the week. Comes up fast, stores well, and that's it. We've made it in what? 10, 12 minutes. That's it. All right, enjoy your wrapless egg roll.